After a big accident at the Rally of the Bay, Glenn Raymond and Kate Catford looked unlikely to make it to round 5 of the MTA New South Wales Rally Championship. But yet, here they are.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago I thought the championship was up against the tree in Bay. So Paul and Mel Bergman have been amazing. They contacted me and said, you should come drive your old car. So I actually competed in this about 10 years ago, and my brother did as well. And they just threw a massive lifeline, and here I am. Well, I thought a little about finishing, but the Bergs are giving me strict instructions that I'm not here to lick stamps, and I'm here to send it. Yeah, I only need some just constant finishes. However, with the QRC competitors in the New South Wales points, it's going to make it a bit tricky, so it's a bit of a balance between pace and also how much the old girl can stand. It's pretty old school technology, but I think I can still be reasonably quick, and if it's been quite reliable, so I just got to make sure I can put those together.
It was, as expected, a conservative start for Raymond and Catford. They were 11th on stage 1. They improved in stage 2, Brown Dog, finishing 8th behind most of their MTA New South Wales competition. After the first 3 stages that made up Heat 1, they managed to keep their championship hopes alive, finishing in the top 10.
I'm just here for points. The only thing is the quick Queensland guys are kind of taking them off me, so I'm making adjustments between every single stage and just trying to get a little bit quicker each time. Just having a good time and really easing my way into it. I think it was like about 50th fastest and slowly climbing my way up from there.
It wasn't 50th, it was 6th, and it only got better from here in the next loop of stages. In the second pass over Brown Dog, they were 5th quickest and moved up into 6th overall.
Main road.
Sorry, I was a patch up there.
600.
Raymond was setting times that really weren't typical of the car he was driving, but were typical of his past performances. He set the 3rd quickest time in the Blue Dog and the Kelpie stage and would now be up into 4th outright, sitting between rivals Richard Shimmon and Tristan Candin Evo Lancers.
That's a big New South Wales sandwich I'm a part of. Look, I'm just starting to get the mojo back and the car's starting to feel a bit better, but these nighttime stages, I haven't driven in night in a long time, so I've been trying to eat my carrots, but let's see what happens. I'll tell you what, there's less gravel on the road, and on a couple of stages where we went fast, there seemed to be more corners, so look, the old girl's got a bit of life in it, but she's no current model Mitsubishi Lancer, but I still love it. It's pretty brutal, but it's getting it done.
It doesn't matter how many carrots you eat, seeing through dust is a pretty big ask, and this slowed Ramo down considerably. He dropped 2 positions to finish 6th outright and 5th in the heat, taking home some very valuable points.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Look, to be honest, I couldn't really see much. They just gave me some light bars that they found in the back of the shed, but what legends. There was heaps of dust in there, but thanks to the Bergmans, they got me through and I actually got a bit of the mojo back, so I had a really good time. This is amazing. I just wanted to get back into it, and they gave me an amazing opportunity, so thanks to the Bergmans and thanks to my brothers and Todd Webster for helping, and Kate did an awesome job, and I've got some points, so I better fix the car and get ready for the next one.
500 metres, double caution, road goes left, medium downhill after crest. Then road goes right onto the bridge. This is your double caution, road goes right, medium downhill after crest. Then road goes right onto the bridge.
Going into the Accent Benchtops Working Dog Rally, Richard Shimmon and Jim Gleeson are leading the MTA New South Wales Rally Championship. And Shimmon, in a Lancer Evo 7, has a plan.
We're going to try and win it, so that's where we're at the moment, because look, and it's going to be hard today because the stages are fairly short, so it's going to be hard to to work into the stages and actually do some damage to people, but we've done some work in the rear diff between events, and apart from that it was just checking oils and gave it a clean really, so we're pretty happy compared to the other guys at the moment. Well, we're going to hit the first corner hard and then see how we go.
Stage 1 was Red Dog, and Shimmon was quickest of the teams capable of winning the MTA New South Wales Series. So if he wanted to win the event, he was off to the perfect start. In Stage 2, Brown Dog, he was 4th quickest, and then backed that up with a 3rd in Stage 3, Blue Dog. This placed the pair third for Heat 1, and with no regular New South Wales contenders in front, it was as good as a win.
Yeah, no, we're stoked with that. We're keeping an eye, in between stages, we're keeping an eye on what's going on and just making sure we're staying in that realm. So we've got the first loop out of the way, the cobwebs are out. And we've seen the stages, so we know how the road book is now and we know how everything's sort of rolling on, so we should be able to commit to them a bit more. And
is it slippery out on those roads?
Yeah, the first stage actually was really slippery, and early on in the stage there was a bridge and we come up to it, left onto a bridge, and we ran a bit sort of close, and Jimmy was telling me to wind it down a bit. So we're definitely going to try and stay on a better swept line on this next loop, because the first loop was very slippery.
Shimmon would win the repeat run over Red Dog by 3 seconds, but with tyres slowly wearing on the course surface, he struggled for grip in the Kelpie stage, finishing 9th. On cumulative times, he was still third outright, and 10 seconds behind Glenn Brinkman in a similar Lancer.
Run out of tyres, but so we're going to put some other ones on now, and we had one little mistake on the last stage, which sort of cost us probably that 10 or 15 seconds. So, but apart from that, we're all good.
Two more stages in the dark wouldn't change the result, and they finished the rally and the heat in third.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked with that. The last two stages were tough with the dust, but apart from that, we had a pretty clean day really. One little overshoot, but we're happy.
The final round is the Monaro stages, one Shimmon is keen to do well at.
Yeah, because the actual forest stages down there are very similar to Oberon, which I'd like, so yeah, I'm hoping we can be pretty strong down there.
Shimmon still leads the MTA series, but once corrected points are taken into consideration, it could be anyone's championship. The first heat at the Accent Benchtops Working Dog Rally is one of the shortest so far in the MTA New South Wales Championship. It's just 40 Ks, and Andrew Penny in a Subaru WRX has a new strategy.
I actually finally worked out that New South Wales has 2 heats per event, so we just go like hell to start with and we should be right. Notoriously slow starter, so I've turned that around today. I thought about it, I'll just have a crack from word go. It's almost like a rally sprint, which is interesting to see what the difference is, rather than having a 30k stage to start with. We've got 3 10k stages effectively.
With regular co-driver Rhys Llewellyn in the car, Penny struggled to keep up with the competition in the Red Dog stage. He was 26 seconds off the lead.
200 care, road goes left onto bridge, then grid. Here it is here. Then 200. Care, road goes left, spectators. Road goes left, spectators.
They'd then go on to be 7th and then 5th in the following 2 stages respectively. They were 5th outright at the end of the heat.
We'd probably do a lot better if we could get above 160, but the car sort of limits 165, 170, and that's as fast as we can get, so we're just floating on the limiter. I've used 4th gear probably twice. The other 3 gears are useless, and it's just 5th and 6th. It's pretty exciting, really. Nothing like 150k an hour sideways.
Got it! 2 Ks. How's it feel? Good. Okay. Just be careful you didn't knock it off the rim. Yep.
The repeat run over the Red Dog stage would see the Kosciuszko Automotive team 20 seconds quicker than their first pass. But everyone else was quicker too, so once again they were 10th on stage. In the repeat run over Brown Dog, they once again improved on their time. They were 13 seconds quicker and 6th on stage, just 5 seconds slower than Glenn Raymond in an older Subaru. At the end of the second running over Blue Dog, there was clearly a problem. Penny and Llewellyn were 20 seconds slower than their first run over the stage, and were 16th, dropping them to 7th outright. They didn't fare much better on the next stage, Kelpie. They were 14th on stage, but managed to hold their position on the leaderboard at 7th as they headed into service.
We've done a rear wheel bearing, so the wheel's doing this kind of stuff, so we've just sort of hanging in there. We've had a spin and a wrong road, and the car's really unstable. So we've taken it back to service, put a new bearing in there, put some lights on it, and hopefully it'll be all good again.
What about these 2 night stages?
Oh, look, I love the night. I can't see during the day, so the night I see even less. I just follow the bright lights in front of me. So it's actually really good. I enjoy it. The stuff you can't see can't hurt you.
With repairs to the car, darkness set in, and it was into the last 2 stages, repeating Kelpie and Brown Dog.
300.
But now another issue would frustrate the team: dust.
200, 400, road goes left.
It wasn't dusty for the whole stage, but it was enough to slow them down, and 15th on stage was the best they could do.
Road goes left.
In the final test, the dust would again be an issue, but another problem would confound the team: a fogged up windscreen. With limited visibility, they dropped all the way back to 22nd on stage, and they tumbled down the leaderboard to finish 13th outright and 16th in the heat.
We thought we had a good run to start with, and we just went the rear wheel bearing, and the nights haven't done well for us as we hoped. Went through the water crossing, and we did the whole rest of the stage up there, 100% little square window. So it was pretty horrific. But we still got pulled 6th gear, full noise, which is scary driving over a little window like that. But yeah, hey, whatever. The car's in one piece, ready to go again.
Penny and Llewellyn maintain their position on the MTA New South Wales leaderboard. They're 4th going into the final round, the Kosciuszko Automotive Monaro stages in October. Tony Sullens came into round 5 of the MTA New South Wales Rally Championship sitting in 3rd place. And whilst he's looking for a good showing here at the Accent Benchtops Working Dog Rally, he's one of the drivers who's finished and scored points in every one of the 8 heats so far.
100, road goes left onto bridge, then 60, grid. 200, care spectators, road goes left, then 100 metres. 100 metres.
Yep.
You don't need to know that actually.
In the 12-kilometre Brown Dog stage, Sullens showed his form. He and co-driver Kaylie Newell were 3rd quickest over the Shire roads, and this would be the trend the pairing would set all day. In the 13-kilometre Blue Dog stage, Sullens and Newell were just 6 seconds off the winning time, with 3 four-wheel drive Evo Lancers in front sweeping the roads.
I didn't hear that. Did it by itself.
400, road goes right, 45 after crest. 300. Road goes left, 45 after crest.
Sullens had finished the heat 4th, despite a few issues in stage 1.
I was very daunted by the first stage. I sort of didn't really get a rhythm going on, but the second and third stage I sort of put my act into gear and had a go, and yeah, the time seemed to be pretty good.
Now, the first stage, you actually had a bit of an issue with gearbox selection as you took off.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah, well, it took me 3 goes to get into first gear at the start line, and then I went from first to second, and it just went bang and just neutral. And I thought, I started to stop as if it was, I thought I'd blown the gearbox up, and clicked second gear and drove off, and it's been fine ever since. So, don't know. Fingers crossed. Maybe something's going to give way. The second stage, there was a lot of fast stuff, and I just like ran out of top speed, sort of, and I thought, geez, the Evos are going to smoke us all through there, but they didn't, so I must have been holding my foot flat at the right spots.
The second passing over the Red Dog stage showed Sullens' true speed. He was 29 seconds quicker over the 14-kilometre test. The next stage was the repeat running of the brown dog stage, and once again Sullens and Newell showed the true potential of this car on the fast-flowing Shire roads. They were third quickest, equalling the time of Richard Shimmon in an Evo Lancer. In the final pass over the blue dog stage, there would be just 7 seconds covering the top 4. Sullens was third quickest and sitting firmly in fourth outright ahead of Raymond in a Subaru. The first running of the Kelpie stage would see the Citroen team with a slow overall time. They were down in 16th on stage.
500, road goes right, 45, green. 200, road goes right, 45, oh, there it is.
And the streamers trailing the car wasn't for co-driver Kaylie Newell's birthday. Something else was surely at play.
I was quite happy with the whole results up until the last stage. There's a turn right off the road, which probably everyone's going to complain about. I don't know what happened. I was a bit slow on the uptake and overshot the corner and went backwards down the road through the bunning and stalled the car and started it and stalled it again and started it and then drove off quietly in second gear and gave away 20, 30 seconds, I'd say, but so be it. That was my major faux pas for the day.
300. Care, road goes left, 45, onto bridge.
What about these two night stages?
Don't know, to be honest with you. Blind in the night's not really a good thing, but and I'm more worried about the conditions. It's dead calm, and once the cold air comes in and traps that dust down, it's going to get worse as we go further down the fields. And I'm not up the front of the field enough to be an advantage, I don't think. So I'll drive flat out and see what happens.
500. Care, road
Like
goes
the rest of the
left,
field,
45,
the
over
dust
green.
was lingering, and Sullens was 23 seconds slower over the final stage than his previous pass.
200.
But remarkably, he was third fastest, less than 10 seconds separating him from the two four-wheel drive Lancer Evos that beat him.
400, turn right, don't cut.
Sullens jumped up to be fifth outright, fifth in Heat 2, and the first two-wheel drive.
When it's dusty, wow, is it dusty. Went as fast as I could through there. I don't know how we went. I was hoping to make up some time on this for our stuff up from earlier on in the day, but I don't know whether we did or not, to be honest with you. I couldn't go much quicker without crashing. We could never win because you don't get points for winning your class, so we had to win outright, and that's not really achievable over a whole year, so we're just going to keep plucking away. Blind rally, old car, a new car, old driver. Happy birthday to Kaylie.
With each of the 10 heats now finished, Sullens maintains his third position on the MTA New South Wales scoreboard, heading into the final round in October. Brinkman and Harvey Smith are back for another crack at an MTA New South Wales Rally Championship round after missing a few, and they're looking forward to this event on similar roads to last season's Border Rangers Rally.
We went good in Kyogle last year, so hopefully we can do the same again this year and just keep it in the middle of the road. Well, we got car one, so hopefully finish car one and have a good run with no dramas for a change.
So not only are you competing here though, you're also the major sponsor and supporter of this event.
Yeah, look, my business Accent Benchtops is all on the east coast of Australia, predominantly based in Kyogle, Tweed area, so we thought, well, it's time to put something back into the sport, and so I've only ever taken from it, so it was time to tip in.
In the first stage, being car one on the road, they were a bit loose in places on the slippery unswept surface, and beaten by current MTA Series leader Richard Shimmon and also Clayton Hoy, both in older Evo Lancers.
The road goes left on crest. Road goes left on crest, then 90 metres grid coming up in 300. 200, road goes left on crest, then 90 metres grid. 500.
Stage 2 was Brown Dog, and Brinkman was once again fast, but Hoy was just 1 second quicker, robbing the team of their first stage win. Being first on the road was not ideal.
2 Ks.
In stage 3, Blue Dog, sweeping the roads would see them drop time. They were again beaten by Hoy, this time 2 seconds, and they'd have to settle for second in Heat 1. The next 3 stages were repeats of the mornings, and Brinkman was second quickest on Red Dog, 3 seconds off the winning time set by Shimmon.
And then 100. 200.
In the repeat over Brown Dog and Blue Dog, they pushed hard, but still couldn't match the pace of Hoy behind them on the road. They were once again second on both stages.
300, straight on over the crest, straight on, no caution.
The first running of the Kelpie stage is where they'd finally break through, equalling the time of Hoy. But he wanted a stage win, and going into the final two stages, Brinkman was 20 seconds off the lead.
That's a bit hard work, isn't it? 20 seconds. No, just keep doing what we're doing. Car's in the middle of the road, and I'm going to try and at least win one stage today. See what we can do. Look, it's pretty much like Kyogle, maybe only just a little bit narrow, but yeah, they're fast. They're probably not super technical, but they're very fast.
Next one's 400. The road goes right on crest, it says slippy.
He was quick in the dark, winning both stages, but only clawed back 11 seconds, so had to be satisfied with second outright.
Yeah, it was bloody great. Just do a rally with no problems. So, yeah, no, I think Clayton will probably get it, and he deserves every bit of it, mate. It was great. It was unreal. No, I enjoyed it. We put some new lights on, and yeah, it's good. I like the odd night stage. I wouldn't want to do too many of them. Ready for bed.
Whilst Brinkman can't win the MTA series from here, he jumps up the leaderboard heading into the final round, one that he's looking forward to. The Monaro Stages rally in October.
Keep right after the crest. 300 to go. 200, keep right after the crest, keep right, then 240, turn right, 90 degrees. Turn right. Two Ks. Nearly lost it. You right? Yeah. Yep. Nearly overcooked today. No matter. You're having a dig, so it's good.